Hello, YouTube. Uh, mm, Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of making videos. It's more of a thing I have to do. But either way, here we go. I'm just gonna address the big elephant in the room. I am just way too lazy to activate my Windows 10 version. I built this PC a couple of months ago, and I'm just like, no, I'm good, fam. So if you could please ignore this, it'll be great. All right, so let me start things off. Recently I was working on a collaboration. I got a new drawing display tablet. It's the Gaomon display tablet, and two things happened. One, I was using Krita. I don't know if it's pronounced properly. I was using Krita, and when I was doing this, I became really frustrated doing art digitally. I mainly work traditionally, but doing digital art, one thing happened was when I was working on this thing crashed on me. It was very frustrating because I didn't make a save, so I had to start from scratch. That was like after I set the colors. That was if you're a traditional artist, the best way I could describe it is imagine working on the most beautiful image you've ever worked on and it suddenly caught fire. It felt like that. Holy Jesus, that was frustrating. No, I don't want to save. Good. Uh, so in order to combat this, I decided let me look through some advice. I went through sexy robots. He is what I like to call the Chef Ramsay of the DeviantArt world, and he laid out a bunch of good advice, and it gave me the idea to like borrow a couple of RPG elements and actually list out all the courses I have available to me on how to draw. There's a lot of them. Oh god, it doesn't end. It goes up to all 800, 466. In case you're wondering, I'm just gonna leave a link to the sheet file if you want to do it with me. Uh, so 466 is where it starts, and you could just follow all the links I have, all the resources I have from YouTube for free. The other stuff, unfortunately, you do have to buy through Udemy. Another thing I did was over here, I added this completion percentage. So if I were to just put 1, it actually measures my completion rate, which is pretty cool. It's gonna take a while to get to 1%. Jeez, it doesn't end. All jokes aside, just yep. I want to done. It takes a while to get to 1%. I'm sorry. There's about 800 of these, so the challenge is gonna last about 150 days. No, not 100, 180 days. Mainly because I'm accounting for things like life popping up and minor delays, and I'm accounting for just doing 4 hours of concentrated work per day, which isn't too bad. Most people watch like 10 hours on Netflix a day, which is insane, and makes me wonder how the hell do you guys pull this off? Oh, cool. So outside of that, one of the key reasons is I just want to get better at digital art, and also I want to gain the skills needed to actually get good and do better commissions than this. Uh, Personally, the artist who hired me enjoys the image, but me being so close is just like, why? It stings my soul. Just because I could see all the little small mistakes and also like the gaps of knowledge. It had been so long since I'd drawn a human body after doing the 200 drawing artist challenge that I completely forgot most of my human anatomy. So that's something I want to revisit before I completely forget. So other than that, just gonna give you like the start date and end date. So the challenge for me is going to start on the 27th, which is this Monday, and it's going to end. Where are you? On September 30th. That should give me more than enough time to complete this challenge. Hopefully get better at digital art. I'll try to post things as they occur. Like if I ever get to 1%, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, no wonder. Well then, guys, I made a big oopsie. If you understand math, you'll understand the mistake. Cool. All right. Now it makes more sense. Oh Lord. Yep, it makes more sense now. That's what tends to happen when you just have the idea, you try to execute it right away, and then you just look through all the small details and you see all the mistakes, and you're like, oh God. People must think I lost my brain at some point in time. Don't worry, small mistakes like that happen all the time. That's why you kind of go back and review. Other than that, that's like the art grind challenge. We're just gonna take all the tutorials from beginning to advance and just focus on doing nothing but art studying until you get good. Don't know what the end results will be, but if you stick around, I'll try to give you updates, and hopefully we'll get a better understanding, because there are some artists who actually did this and got to insanely god levels of art. Let me see if I can find one. Yes, this is the person that mainly inspired this challenge. Where are you? Damn, it's like everybody else except the person I want. Here it is. He's the actual person. Cool. So this is the artist that really got me into thinking about doing this challenge. He's Italian. He's the Chef Ramsay of art. The reason I say that is just his comments can be a bit brutal but honest. If I could find a good one. Come on. Here's one. There you go. Should probably read that. You could read it. You could find it. This is page 63. He doesn't call himself a professional. He likes to call himself a hobbyist, but his work is on a different level, even though he's a self-taught artist. But enough gushing. That's all I have to say for now. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I'll let you know more as I start the challenge.